Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet. And it's good to see everyone here this morning. I've got my coffee. Hmm. What's in your cup today? Mine is coffee. Hey, Alice, happy Friday. TGIF. TGIF. It's good to see you. I'm going to guzzle my coffee this morning. Oh, I really need it. It's not as hot. It is a big coffee. Oh, yeah. We got to have some big coffee this morning. Mm. So, today is our TGIF version. Oh, yeah, I need some coffee this morning. Mine's not as hot as I usually like it, but that's probably good because then I can, hey, homespun, it's good to see you. It's probably good to have it not quite as hot because then I can just kind of guzzle it a little bit. And usually, honestly, when I'm doing these lives, my coffee usually gets tepid, sometimes even cold. It depends. But anyway, I do like a good hot coffee. Yeah. So today is Friday. It's in the United States. Hey, Jody, how are you? How are you? And here in the United States, hey, Tracy, good to see you. Good to see you. Um, we have Mother's Day this coming Sunday. And Mother's Day is, hey, Kathleen, good to see you. In the United States, it's a time to, recognize the moms and not just the moms, though, but the women in our lives. Because, even if you never gave birth to a child, it doesn't mean that you have not mentored or, just been a mother figure or just a loving woman figure. And yes, the aunts too. That's right. A loving woman figure in someone's life. And if you have nieces and nephews, if you have, children in your neighborhood, if you have children that are in your life, um, they look up to you and they watch you and they learn from you. And, there's a lot that we can teach children just by loving them, by doing things with them, and that sort of thing. So even if you've never birthed a child, doesn't mean that you are not to be honored this coming Sunday. So I just want to just say thank you for all that you do. Good morning, Kelly. All that you do for the people around you, even if they're not children. What if they are your coworkers and you're working with, um, someone your age, someone older, someone younger? It doesn't matter. When you show love and care to that person, you are mentoring them, you are showing them what it means to be a kind person, a kind human being. And there you go. And that's all that matters, is to share the love and the kindness in this world. Um, so, I'm reminded of, yesterday, um, my granddaughter came over, a celebration of women. Exactly, homespun. Exactly, Crystal. Exactly. So listen, seems like it's huge this year. Lots of talk of the pandemic, moms and caregivers. Right, momly, acting momly. I like that. If you act momly to someone, then guess what? You are a mom. So, you're to be honored and to be, loved on this coming weekend. Um, so just knowing that you can count on someone. So my granddaughter yesterday she is 3, and she wants to Thanks, all of you women. Exactly. She wants to sell cookies at her yard sale. Her mommy is having a yard sale. So, because they are downsizing so that they can make an easier move. You know, it's always easy to move when you don't have a lot of extra to move as well. So they're having this discussion with 3-year-old Nicole, and she is on board and excited. And so she gathered up some money, and she had $2.26, I think is what it was. $2.26 she came up with, and she brought it over to my mom, her Nana, her great grandma, and asked her, Nana, can you help me make cookies for the yard sale? I want to sell cookies so that I can make money. So when we get to our new house, I can have a trampoline. So, and the $2.26 was her idea of what it cost for the supplies to make cookies. And she's so sweet. So to her, I know that that was a lot of money because when we went blueberry picking, um, she's 3, yeah. So when we went blueberry picking, the first place we went was a cash only place, and cash or check, and nobody had brought a checkbook with them. Who carries checks anymore? And we didn't have cash. So I just went to verify with her, and Nicole found 2 pennies in the car, and she said, here, give these to the lady and ask her if this is enough, because this is 2, so that means it's $2. And I didn't have the heart to tell her no, that was 2 pennies. I just said, thank you, Nicole. And I went and asked the lady, and I actually told her what Nicole said. Good morning, Lori. It's so good to see you this morning. And of course, it was a family owned, and they were sweet. They had children too, so they know how children are. And I said, well, my 3-year-old granddaughter wants to know if this is enough. And and the lady said, of course it is. I mean, because what can you say? So anyway, we worked it out. We got a PayPal going, and we worked it out. So that was all good. And, but so she had confidence in her great grandmother, in her Nana, that her Nana would assist her with this. And I love that she has that confidence in her Nana, that her Nana can help her bake anything, because they bake blueberry muffins together. And when we went on vacation together, she baked brownies with her Nana. And it's just, she knows Nana bakes, and Nana, will always help her bake whatever it is that she needs to bake. So that was sweet. And that's what I'm reminded of, are those little moments. Women and 3-year-olds, they should run the world. The faith that they have in us is incredible. That's true. Absolutely true. They have an outlook on life that, they haven't been jaded, or, let's just, pray for the children, and that they've had a good first 3 years. And, you know, yes, that's right, Jody. She did. She gave me string and said, make me a blanket. I'll pick it up in the morning. Well, actually, she was in the car with me, and she wanted to have a picnic. And she said, well, Grandma, you have yarn there. Make us a blanket. So we could immediately have a picnic. Children just have that faith in us, don't they? So let's start having faith in each other, and the faith of a 3-year-old child. And let's start appreciating one another like a 3-year-old child does. And so anyway, off my soapbox, I just wanted to honor, good morning, Squish. It's good to see you. I just wanted to honor the women. Um, you know, Mother's Day is about moms, but it's about grandmas, it's about aunts, and it's about, the dads that are out there keeping it together. If they're the only one in the picture, it's about, it's about loving and nurturing and caring as women can do. So, anyway, I am still working on um, my scrappy little, I think I'm going to call it, because it's for my canning, but and it's for my canning, but I think it would also make a really nice dish drying mat. So, for those of us that don't can, if you ever have, dishes that you have to wash by hand, or let's say you have, a large pot that won't fit in your dishwasher, or a large Tupperware bowl, because oh my goodness, they have some big Tupperware bowls out there. I just hand washed 2 of them yesterday. And and then what do you do with it? If I'd had this done, I could have set it on that, and this could have absorbed all of the extra moisture. I did have my canning one out yesterday because we were gifted pounds and pounds and pounds, an abundance of potatoes yesterday. So I canned potatoes, and there's a lot of I don't know about in your neighborhood or your county or your area, but in mine, in Florida, there are a lot of there's a lot of young people, there's a lot of elderly as well. But there's a lot of food giveaway programs, and mostly seems like a lot of the churches, especially in our county, have really stepped up, and they're just really providing well for the community. And so my mom and her sister, they're um, you know both in early 80s. Dottie's not quite 80 yet, but she will be soon. And my mom's sister, my Aunt Dottie, she is real good about picking up things for my mom as well. And so they were giving away a lot of food because they didn't have a lot of people actually show up. So they were giving double to everybody. And so we had, and this is my Aunt Dottie that provided us with 300 pounds of tomatoes, if you remember that. So this one wasn't quite 300 pounds of potatoes. And for that, I'm thankful because, first of all, wow, that's a lot of potatoes. But it was several 5-pound bags of potatoes. So it's probably, I'm not sure, maybe, 15, 20, 25 pounds of potatoes. I'm not sure. I might be underestimating, actually, because they might have been 10-pound bags of potatoes. So that would have been like 30 or 40 pounds of potatoes, but it was enough. So I canned some. Good morning, Valerie. Hey, you made it. Yes, I peeled the ones that I canned, and then I cut them up in cubes and put them in quart jars. So I just made 7 quarts of, we call them home fries. We're going to call them home fries. They're potatoes. And yeah, Alice, I love potatoes too. And, these potatoes, we've noticed, if we get the, well, you know what? It was kind of funny because there was this potato peeler that was like flat. It had like a handle on it that was like this, and then the slicer was right here. So you hold it like this and you do this, and it wasn't that bad. It was easier than those long skinny ones that look like pens. So I kind of liked it. It saved my hand a little bit because I didn't get the pain in my hand from that peeler. So I don't know. Somebody gave it to, I think my Aunt Becky gave it to my mom. Yeah, better than the one shaped like a crochet hook. Definitely, Jody. I'm not sure exactly where she got it. I think it was a gift. And it's definitely a hand saver, definitely. So anyway, that was fun yesterday, but you have to pressure can those. And so peeling, cutting, soaking a couple times and rinsing, soaking, rinsing, soaking, rinsing, to get some of the starch off the potatoes before you can them. And that way, the water, that way it's not very cloudy and stuff. You peel potatoes with a knife. Yes. And Kathleen, I've done that too. Excuse me. In fact, that's usually the way I do it. But this just this peeler just happened to be out because we had also gotten carrots, and so my granddaughters wanted carrots, so that was the peeler that was used. So it was just sitting there. So I just used that for the potatoes, and it was good. It was good. So I was surprised how easy it came off. But so anyway, I used my mat for my canning potatoes yesterday. So we have 7 quarts of potatoes, and it's enough for us to, what we'll do is drain it, rinse the potatoes, and then, because you need to rinse them first, and then, fry them up in a pan. So they're home fries. So you could also drain them, rinse them, and then boil them, and then make some mashed potatoes if you wanted to do that as well. So, that's always an option. But anyway, enough about food. Let's talk about crochet. Okay. So, guys, I'm preparing for my trip to Tennessee, and, it's going to be a working vacation. We've got a lot of work on the land to do, but also I'm going to be glamping a little bit, and I'm going to have the tent set up, and we're going to do some crochet and stuff like that. So I'm thinking I've packed a lot of different things, but I haven't really thought about what kind of yarn I'm going to bring, and so I know I'm definitely bringing cotton, because I'm on a cotton kick and we're going to be outside. So I know it's going to be hot, but we're also going to have a table so I can set things on the table to do. I'm going to bring that red, white, and blue blanket of my grandson's, and have Lori help me sew all of those stars on. And hopefully I can do a time lapse of that, showing us doing that. And I hope that I can locate all the stars. If not, we're going to have to make some quick stars. So I'm pretty sure I remember where I put the stars. So anyway, I'm going to just keep working on this while I chat with you guys. And I hope that you guys have a good weekend. Do you have anything good planned for this weekend, or restful, or do you have to work this weekend? What's going on in your world? Um, mm, oh, Jody, I'm not sure how much yarn I'm going to bring, because I don't know how much room I'm going to have. Oh, we have a Kia Sedona, and we're going to, just to give you an idea, we're going to have the back seats are going to have to be collapsed into the floor. So it's going to be flat. And then the middle seats, I think we're having to leave those at home. So my husband and I are going to fit in the van, barely. And all of our stuff is going to be in the back. So, yeah. So here is, okay, because remember last Wednesday I was starting and it was like all white, and now it's finally into the blue. So these are really eclectic colors together, but it's a scrap project. So, I'm not worried about it. It's going to be very eclectic colors, and I'm okay with that. So I'm totally okay with that. So my mom really likes Chinese, and so do I. Let's see. Oh, Jody, she picked up IKEA cubbies from Facebook Marketplace for $25. And you're going to put your yarn away. That's awesome. And Valerie's going to be working on scrunchies, sewing, and crocheting. Nice. Groundhog Day for Alice, still in lockdown till May 19th. So lots of crochet this weekend. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And let's see. There are yarn stores nearby. Oh, and Lori just missed the last 9 minutes. When hubby calls, she answers. Yes, she does. And Jody, 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 Jody. Oh, that's funny. That is so funny. Jody said, "Oh, that's too bad, Lori. We've been talking about you for the past 9 minutes." She is funny. Oh my gosh. Jody, you get me all the time. Like when I did that giveaway and you said, "Oh, her address is the same as mine." I thought maybe you were sisters or something. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So yes, that's right. All good things, Lori. Always all good things. And so I know I'm taking cotton yarn. I may have to like stuff it in my clothing when oh, Lori, you know, come on. And Jody has that quick wit that just like uh, so I may have to stuff my yarn down in my clothing to take it with me. Oh, get the vacuum bags. Yes. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Yep. I might have to get one. Um, just for the yarn for the trip up there, because the trip back we won't have near as much. So anyway, excuse me. So we're going to leave some of the stuff up there. So anyway, yeah, I thought this scrappy one would be really cool to take with us at the campsite, because we'll be able to you know wash our dishes or whatever. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Oh, oh, Jody, you're a riot. So no, um, I it takes me a minute sometimes, but that's only because we're you know, I am reading it, and so stuff it everywhere. I know, right? Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'll have to wear a hat and stuff some under my hat, and I just have to make sure that that I have plenty of yarn. And the thing is, if I don't, not that I need more yarn, because oh, heaven forbid, I would have to only buy whatever I could finish there. But I know, Lori, are you listening? Because I'm going to bring Dustin's star blanket, his red, white, and blue flag blanket, so we can sew on the stars together. And I'm going to film it in and I'm going to like speed it up so that it looks like we're super fast and super women, because, mm, we can pretend to be super women anyway, right? Finally, Lori, come on now. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to lay it out on the table. And that's the first thing we're going to do is finish his blanket, so that, bless his heart, so he can get it, you know, by Memorial Day, by 4th of July, that's sweet boy. Anyway, I need to finish that blanket. Oh, she has a new stitch for washcloths, a new tutorial out. Oh, cool. Cool. I love new stitches, especially on dishcloths. So if you are on the Facebook page, I put the link to the tutorial for the waffle stitch washcloth. Yeah, it will be funny, right? And for the waffle stitch washcloth, I put that on the Facebook page. I put a fresh link up there so that you can find it and go to it and make yourself a waffle stitch dishcloth. Um, I, I really like these. Just to let you know, now when you wash these, it does, if you're 100% cotton, obviously when you wash and dry in your normal wash, especially if you're using it in the kitchen, you want to wash it with, a spatter stitch. That's interesting. You want to, obviously wash it the same way that you wash all of your other dish towels and dishcloths and whatnot. So it will make it shrink some and it will shrink up, and that's good. But you're going to want to use not a super loose stitch. And because, look, you don't want your fingers coming through when you're washing your dishes. And I didn't realize that when I was making these. I just really enjoyed this. And it's a really nice, soft, squishable washcloth. So it's really good. I mean, if you scrunch it like this and you're washing your dishes and everything. But, it's always good to have those scrubbies on hand too, um, because then if you really need to get in there, you're going to have one of those scrubbies so that you can really, like, either if there's something stuck on the counter or on a pan or a dish, so that you can use the scrubbies for the tough stuff. And this is just basically, a really nice stitch just to wash dishes. I just really like it. Plus it's cool when you hand it to someone, they look at it and they go, "Oh my gosh, how did you do that?" They're amazed. Oh, Jody, you're so sweet. Oh my gosh. And so, they just, people are amazed. Now, this is folded in half, but people are amazed when you hand them this because they're like, "How in the world did you do that?" I've never seen that before. And honestly, it is pretty impressive, to have these squares on here. Anyway. It's like magic, right? We're magicians. We do magic stuff. So, what can I say? Anyway, so I hope that you have a great weekend. Let me tell you what we've got planned. So, I was getting ready to tell you my mom and I both love, Lori, thank you. And so mom and I both love Chinese food. And so we discovered that our local Chinese restaurant will do large trays of food. And instead of getting, yes, let's get back to food. Instead of doing like individual, dinners or whatever, they do large trays and then, you can serve it up, family style. And for her birthday last year, we did that. And let's see. Yes, because this May, because last year she turned 80, and so it was a special day, in the pandemic, for blah blah blah, and pandemic schmandemic, and I think we're all just like ready for that to go away, right? And anyway, this year for Mother's Day, we're going to do that. So, we just get those aluminum tins that you can buy that you can make like casseroles in. Well, that's what they put this food in. So, you're getting those 9 by 11 tins, and they're the throwaway tins. And so, we just get our favorite, Mongolian beef or, whatever it is that we get. There's quite a few different flavors that we like. And so we just set the trays out and then everybody just fills a plate. And then my mom's favorite thing is to have leftovers. And so like with the Mongolian beef, they always give you, so you get a big tray of Mongolian beef and you get a big tray of white rice that just comes with it because it comes with white rice. So, mom's like in her glory because she just loves, putting it in containers and putting it in freezer bags, and then she'll save it. And so we eat on it a couple days and then she puts it in freezer bags and then she has Chinese food whenever she wants, and when you're stuck in lockdown, you're going to want that. You're going to want that a lot. So, anyway, so that's what we're planning on doing this weekend. Of course, we're going to have it outside in the backyard. We're going to have a little picnic-y thing. And so anyway, that'll be fun and really, really special. So we love Chinese food. So there we go. And so that's what we're doing. And so I hope that, and And Alice, you're on lockdown until May 19th. And are you allowed to have like takeout food, or do you have or are the restaurants shut down? Are the delivery is delivery shut down? I hope that you're okay, and I hope that everything is all right in your world. And for those of you in different areas, okay, takeout only. Okay. Well, this weekend, Alice, you get takeout and you treat yourself to whatever is your favorite takeout. Or, if you have a favorite thing that you like to make at home, you make sure that you treat yourself. Because you certainly have been special to us. And I know seeing all of the things that you're making, your nieces and nephews, and the new babies in your life, I know that you are very special in their heart as well. So you deserve some special treats. Um, so that's what we're going to do. And then Monday and Tuesday is going to be the last 2 days of prep. Yes, Alice, absolutely. And so that's going to be the last 2 days of like prep for our trip, because Wednesday morning, early, we're going to be leaving. And mom and dad, poor mom and dad, are going to be taking care of our 5 animals. So we have the 2 cats that are mostly out in the house, and then we have the 1 cat here, who the reason we keep her in this room is because she doesn't really like those boy cats at all. In fact, she's pretty, I don't want to use the word pissy with them, but hey, Carla, it's good to see you. You're not late. You're right on time. And so anyway, yeah, she doesn't really like the boy cats very much. So she actually hates them. So we keep her in here, and she's very happy in here. Oh, she's extremely happy in here. And, she gets to sleep on me all night. She gets cuddles. She gets kisses. She gets special treats. She's very spoiled. And oh my goodness. So anyway, you guys crack me up with your little comments. Guys, if you're not live, you're missing a whole lot. Yes. You have a lot going on this morning, Robin. I bet you do, because I know that you've got some things happening. She doesn't get into my yarn, so that's why she's allowed. Shadow is allowed to stay in here, but the boy cats, they get in my yarn and they chew it, so they're not allowed in here. That's kind of how that started, because used to be we had everything open, everybody, we just made them get along, and they didn't, but we made them. And happy Mother's Day, Robin. I hope you have a great weekend. And so when I did my wall of yarn, then I realized that not only did we have the boy cats that like to chew, but Dobby was young and he hadn't been fixed yet, and he was a sprayer. So thankfully he stopped doing that. We got him fixed and he stopped doing that. But, there was no way I was letting him, spray on my yarn. So, yeah, so we had to like start shutting that down. So anyway, yep. So we've got the 2 cats out there, the 2 boy cats, and then the 2 dogs. And the dogs really aren't any trouble, just, letting them out. Rosie is the one that likes to go out and chase lizards and stuff like that. And Theo, he's the pug. He just kind of follows along whatever Rosie wants to do. He does. So anyway, it's all good. But yeah, so it's funny because last night Mom said, oh, you're looking forward to your trip and some time alone. And I was thinking, time alone? What is she talking about? Because I was thinking, we're going to be working on the property. We're going to be doing this and that. And it didn't register what she was talking about, because honestly, and then she finally said, time away from the in-laws. And she was talking to my husband, and he just kind of looked at her and was like, oh, I didn't know what you were talking about. What, because we don't even think of it that way. Like, time alone or getting away from the in-laws. We are so, so simpatico and so relaxed and so enjoying this stage that I just didn't even know, what she was talking about as far as, enjoying time alone. Um, yeah, she's probably going to enjoy time alone without me. In her kitchen all the time. She can have her kitchen back for a little bit. Probably so. Yeah. No, I'm enjoying this time in our life. So, this prep time, getting ready for, the move to Tennessee, it's just really, really fun for me. So, anyway, oh, look what I found too, guys. Remember oh, hey, I'm almost done with it. Look at this. I didn't realize I'm almost done with it. So I have, this is my second to last row, and then I have one more row to do so that this is the cup holder that I made to hold my camping mugs, for the coffee, that they match the percolator to make coffee and over the campfire, and I'm so excited. So I'm almost done with this, and I wasn't sure what stage I was at, but hey, it's not so bad. So I've got this much left in this row, and then I have one more row around to make that fluffy, so that it will look like a flower. And I know the glamping stuff. I'm a little crazy about that, right? I'm a little about that, but it's making me happy. So the glamping, I maybe it's taking my mind off of possible, snakes, spiders, bears. I don't know. Oh. I'll have my vehicle nearby, so if I need to climb in really fast and drive away, hopefully I don't leave, family behind in my haste. Hey, listen, you're just going to have to deal. You're going to have to come running. Oh no, Jody has knots in her Karen Cake baby blanket yarn. And it's a pile of yarn throw up. Yes. Lori said she'll protect me. Okay, Lori. Yeah, I'm going to hold you to that. So, anyway, you at least protect me from the snakes and the spiders, okay? We might both be running from the bears. Yeah. So, yarn barf, right? Nobody likes yarn barf. If it gets too bad, my mom's really good with yarn barf, Jody. She is like the queen of that. If I get to, oh, your idea of camping out is renting a cabin. Me too, Kathleen. Me too. Oh yeah, gas at all times, definitely. Oh my goodness. Definitely. So that's why I'm like trying to glamp it up there so that I can pretend that I'm not out in the elements. And but anyway, I my mom is a gen. She's multi-talented. I tell you what, if she just still had her perfect eyesight that she had, when she was younger, she's made so many quilts, hand quilts. And when I say that she quilted every stitch one by hand. There was none of this, using a sewing machine. In her eyes, that wasn't a handmade quilt, when you use a sewing machine. Um, so I have to build one first. Yeah, I do. I have to build a cabin first before I can officially camp, right? So I was looking at Nubian goats last night on YouTube, and I was just like talking about how adorable they were. My husband had pulled up a video of these goats, and they were the screaming kind of goats. They would go I'm not going to do it really loud, but because I don't want to be annoying to everybody. But, they're the kinds that you think that they're children screaming. Um, and so we were giggling at those, and I was like, that's not the kind of goat you want, is it? And he's like, I don't know. What kind do you want? I'm like, well, I think I want Nubians. And last of the lambs are gone to their new home for 4-H. Oh, is that what you raised them for? 4-H? That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I guess lambs are not, I don't, you don't really see people doing lambs here in Florida for 4-H. They do steer and they do pigs and chickens, bunnies, fainting goats. Oh my goodness. So Kathleen, I just am so intrigued by, yes, I do impressions. I really do, but I don't want to like freak everybody out. So, you don't see a lot of lambs around here. Um, you missed it? Oh my gosh, Kathy. No. Yeah, they do meat goats here, and so I'm not sure. But anyway, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, my husband and I had this joke that, we would raise half screaming goats and half fainting goats. And so every time the screaming goats screamed, the fainting goats would fall over. But of course, I would never do that. I would never do that. First of all, I don't want screaming goats. And, oh, they raise sheep for meat here. Okay, good. And yeah, and they do bunnies for 4-H. That's for the younger children, and they have it all based on age, and I'm sure they do there too. But I think it would be funny, but not too funny, Lori. I mean, it's a funny idea to think of the screaming goats living alongside of the fainting goats, and it's like boom, sure, boom. But obviously, the fainting goats, it's their reaction system. It would be funny, but but I wouldn't want to live with that. So I wouldn't want to live with it. Our neighbor, where we're moving, the neighbor has 3 fainting goats, and it's a mom and 2 daughters, and every now and then you see them freeze up. Like even if they have a Great Pyrenees dog that is their companion and protector, and even if she just like runs across the field, and like runs towards them, not in an aggressive manner or anything, but just simply runs towards them, their automatic senses go into like freeze mode, and they fall over for a second, and then they come back and they're fine. I don't even think they know what's happening because it's just like something that's normal, normal for them. So anyway, boy, we have really like did a couple spectrums of things. So yeah, definitely going to take cotton yarn with me. Definitely taking Dustin's blanket with me. Going to finish that with Lori's help. And Lori, do you want to take that some swirly? It's got to be awful, I know, but at least they're low to the ground. So, and they're like, I don't know. I guess it doesn't bother them. They're low to the ground. They don't, they don't have any sense of what's happening or whatever. They just, they're like, okay, whatever, and then they get back up. So Lori, do you want to take your swirly? Remember the swirlies that we were doing last time? You can bring some yarn for that if you want. We can do some of those one day. Trying to see what else maybe. Well, I plan on, we're going to come up with some new dishcloth patterns. Yeah, I don't think it hurts them either. Carla, I agree. And, oh, Jody, well, we missed you on Wednesday, Jody. We were looking for you and you weren't here. So just know that we missed you. And I think we even mentioned your name and said, hey, where's Jody? So anyway, yeah, bless their little hearts. So The Nubian goats are really cute because they have like a they have kind of a weird shaped head, but their ears come down like this, and they kind of come out a little bit. And some of them, I've seen some of them come straight down, but most of the time they come out like this. And they're just adorable, and they're supposed to be really loving, and their milk is supposed to be really rich and flavorful, sweet. It's supposed to be really sweet. So we'll see. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I hope that you guys have a happy Mother's Day. If you're in the United States, and if you're not, you know what? Celebrate anyway. Celebrate away. And and just say, Barbara at Crochet Therapy said that, this Sunday is Mother's Day in America. If you're not in America, you just say, Barbara told me to celebrate myself this weekend, so I'm going to do it. So go ahead and do it. And I hope that you have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday. And, oh, good, Alice. It's in Canada too. Good. I'm glad. I wasn't sure. But I'm glad. And so you guys go out and celebrate you. And you know what? Crochet something for yourself this weekend. Even if it's a little dishcloth just for you, crochet something for you. We're always crocheting for other people. Do something for you. Those dishcloths take no time at all. You can have one done in an hour or less if you're super fast. And do something for you. Make it a fun color. Make it your favorite color. And just know that I'm thinking about you. And I hope that you all have a really great weekend. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. Bye, guys.